What is going on, guys? Elixir Gaming here with a little bit of a channel update. Not update, more of a let me get feedback kind of thing. So up in front of you is my rough schedule for what I release. This last week, I think I missed Kingmaker Story, just because I had a bunch of stuff come up. And with me changing work schedules, it kind of threw off when I could record, stuff like that. But I think I can kind of get down this and then possibly more, but we're going to get into that. First off, big thing, I don't want to bail on the Kingmaker main story. I admitted this in the... I don't know what's going to come out this first or the Saturday Beneath the Stolen Lands. I'll release this first because I want the feedback. Yeah, this will probably go up at like noon on Saturday when Beneath the Stolen Lands will come out at like 3. But I said in the Saturday episode that Beneath the Stolen Lands is more interesting to me. The like constant crawl, because the thing with Kingmaker, I like the story. It's the micromanagement of the story can be a bit taxing, and it's hard to do 30-minute episodes of it when it's kind of hard to do anything in 30 minutes in that game. And also with Beneath the Stolen Lands, it's like not needing to come out every day, but I want to put it out every day because that's the most viewed thing on my channel, so it makes sense. The main story playthrough is kind of in a weird spot, so what I'm thinking is every Tuesday having Kingmaker come out and it be an hour plus long, and that's your Kingmaker story bit for the week. Or if you guys all want 30-minute episodes still, I could do it Tuesday and then Thursday as well in the same 1 o'clock spot. And then it'd be every week you'd have 2 30-minute story pieces, or story playthrough episodes, but it being, kind of broken up. On top of that, if you guys want it 30 minutes is still more frequent, the sacrifice would either have to be doing Beneath the Stolen Lands every other day, which, by the way, at the bottom, BTSL. I hope that was clear. Doing Beneath Stolen Lands every other day, or pre-recording Beneath Stolen Lands, and then doing, say, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, have a 30-minute story episode come out. Because Friday, I want to do Friday Let's Tries. I want to try to get one out every Friday, just because it's fun. I love doing those. And Friday's kind of the easiest day for me to, because I need to be those above all of them. Like, I can kind of be tired and still record Beneath Stolen Lands, Teamfight Tactics. But this 1 o'clock spot with the story mode, the Let's Try, I need to be like super aware. not that I'm snoozing through these, but I'll record these when I get home from work at like 4 in the morning. So, these ones I like to try to be awake for, so Friday's easy for that. And then the story mode I could always do Monday at some point. I could record the story ones and get those out. Now, on top of that, I have notes for this. That's how serious I'm taking this video. It's crazy. On top of that, something I've also thought of, if you guys do like the idea of just having like an hour chunk of Pathfinder Kingmaker story on Tuesday, in this Thursday slot, the 1 p.m. Thursday slot, I mentioned, this is another one I mentioned. I'm making this whole video, if you haven't seen it yet, which you guys haven't because this has come out beforehand, so if you haven't watched Beneath Stolen Lands before this, then you guys didn't hear any of that. But in that, I talked about perhaps adding a new like long form series, like the Kingmaker story, to the channel. And again, being hour-long episodes, more of a long, it's going to be a while before I finish it kind of thing, but still like, play it. Maybe adding one of those in here. Or if we want to do 30-minute episodes of Kingmaker, then we could do 30-minute episodes of the other thing on Wednesday and Saturday. kind of a, just trying to figure it out, because I think Teamfight Tactics, I've been playing so much of it. I have, as I'm recording this video, let me pull up that's not coming up. No, it's not. Okay, good. I have 6 Teamfight Tactics videos in like the queue. I had the one for Saturday, the one for today, tomorrow, and then I think through Friday of next week. So, playing a lot of that, and that one is kind of fine being pre-recorded. I don't even know how much crossover there is between that one and my Pathfinder people, but yeah, that one seems to be doing fine while being pre-recorded. So that'll stay. That's easy to keep constant, and plus they're so quick that it's just like, hey, we can just knock it out, we're done. So that'll stay up there. But yeah, so as far as like long-term stuff and adding stuff, this 1 p.m. slot for me, I'd like to perhaps do something with it. Other than the one day I'm thinking for Pathfinder Kingmaker Story, and then the one day for Let's Try. Now the games, obviously I don't want to go spend a bunch of money on a game that I don't have. I mean, I'm willing to buy certain games, but if I were to buy a game, it'd need to be new. Which, I'm gonna check real quick what's out on Steam. What we got? Ice Reach a Rogue. I checked. I used to play that game when it was free. But other than that, there's nothing really new on Steam. But I did come up with like a short list of things I would maybe be up to try, and then this next game on top of the Pathfinder Kingmaker Story, whatever long form one I do, I'm going to commit to it. But it's also going to have a 5-episode test run, like basically a pilot. And if it's not getting like sufficient views within 5 episodes, I cut it. Which I'm sure if you've been on the channel, if you've been following the channel for a little while, you've noticed that with like Dauntless, Tarkov, the auto chess games. It kind of just, I play the new one that's out, and then Teamfight Tactics seems to be the one that I'm gonna stick with for a little while. But you'll notice like I'll do a run of a couple episodes of something, and then if it doesn't really get views, I just kind of drop it. And that's what is going to happen in this slot until we find something. But here's a list of the possibilities. I went kind of CRPG focused because that's what does really well on my channel. There's a couple that are not, but for the most part they are. So it's Divinity Original Sin, the first one. I never completed that. I've done the first like hour of that game, not even joking, like 15 times. It's just I'll either play it with somebody and then the schedule stop matching up, or I will get into it, not really like the class I'm playing, and kind of re-roll, and then I have less inclination to go through it again, and I just kind of put it away. But I've never completed it, and that could be a fun one. And then that's one that if I did do it, it did do well, and then I beat it, I would get Original Sin 2 obviously and beat that. Next one is Pillars of Eternity 1. That one I don't, other than my personal friends who follow this channel, I don't think anyone will remember me playing Pillars of Eternity, because that was like when I didn't even have this name. It was the first thing I ever streamed. No, that's a lie. Digimon was. It was the second thing I ever streamed. I did a hardcore mode. I did a hardcore blind playthrough of Pillars of Eternity on normal and died on the final boss. But that was also 4 or 5 years ago. So if I did Pillars of Eternity, I would want to jump into Pillars of Eternity 2. I don't want to do 1 then 2. So the same thing for Pillars of Eternity with Original Sin, where I do the first one. If it did well, I do the second one. After that, we got Tyranny, which is made by the same people who did Pillars of Eternity, I believe. That one has a super cool premise. If you haven't heard of that one, it is you play the bad guy in a CRPG. I think you can be the bad guy. You can kind of be good, but you're mainly the bad guy. And so that could be fun. And then also, as far as CRPGs go, Wasteland 2, with Wasteland 3 just being announced, which looks way different from Wasteland 2. Wasteland 2 is another one where I own it on, I think, 3 different things, and I've never gotten through the first hour. Yeah, because I have it on PC, I have it on Switch, and I have it on PS4, I believe. Yeah, that sounds right. But because it's one of those games where I want to play it, but there's always like there's something, and I think I've settled into like, because I game off, like I do a lot of recording, but I game a lot not recording too, and I think I've found my my ones I do just like passively, because Wasteland always felt like one I should be recording, so I could never like commit to playing it by myself, just on my own. And so yeah, like now I'm playing I got back into Warframe. I'm playing Final Fantasy 14. I play Tarkov on my own because it didn't do well on the channel. And so there's plenty of room to, there's room to put these ones in that I think I should stream, but then never play it because I think I should stream it, or not stream it, record it. And then as far as non-CRPGs go, we have Kingdom Come Deliverance, which I literally just got from the Humble Bundle. That one looks silly and fun and could be hilarious. That one, I have it listed. I don't know how much it'll be, but I could bring Tarkov back and do bigger chunks of episodes. So I do like 2 or 3 runs an episode instead of 1 or 2. And then the last one, RimWorld. That's just a great game. It's kind of always my fallback because it always is, pretty solid and stuff. So that's kind of what I'm thinking and what I am thinking. And if you guys don't want me to add another game, you're like, hey, just try and knock out the story of Pathfinder Kingmaker before you start something new, that's fine too. I could do that. But yeah, give me some feedback, because I want something here in this Thursday slot, and I don't know what yet. And then I need to get better with Kingmaker story. But yeah, so as of right now, if I don't get much feedback on this, or if you guys are just like fine with this and don't want to comment, or hit the like button if this plan sounds good to you, or it's Teamfight Tactics at 9 a.m. Beneath Stolen Lands at 3. On Tuesdays, I do an hour plus of Kingmaker story, and then on Friday will be a let's try of some free-to-play game. That's kind of what I like. And then if that's the case and that's what everybody likes, and nobody wants me to like force a second game in this Thursday slot, what I might do is that might just be like, I'm going to experiment with stuff in that slot, see what happens. Just do some like, because I thought about doing it like a month ago, like right when Beneath Stolen Lands, like when I got like my first 1,000 view video. I was like, I want to put a bunch of like essentially episode 1s up and then seeing what sticks. Because let's try is a different thing. It's not really like, none of those lead to playthroughs. They're all just like, hey, check out this cute little free play game. This one would be like, actually, let me do part 1 of Tyranny or RimWorld or whatever. And like each week it'd be something different. And then say after like a couple weeks, it was like, hey, whichever one did super well, I'll do a series on. I thought about that too, but that could also be annoying for you guys, seeing me seemingly play a different game every single freaking week, because I'd like stability. So yeah, so let me know if you guys have anything you guys want. If you think how this looks right now is fine. If you don't care, you just want me to keep playing Beneath Stolen Lands, which is fair. Or Teamfight Tactics, that still gets decent views too, which is surprising to me because I'm garbage at the game. But yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you guys for listening to me ramble, and yeah, hopefully I see you guys in the next video. See ya.